Hey Giannis, how's it going?
How you doing?
Good, good. So obviously, this is new for everybody, getting back into the swing of things in July. With all the time away, what do you think that has done to your game and to your skills and to your health? And how do you think that's affected some of your teammates too as you start to get to see them more?
No, obviously we had first of all we had time away. What was it, like 4 months away from the game? We had the opportunity to spend time with our families. I think a lot of basketball players around the league really enjoy that. Obviously we didn't have time to practice as much as we wanted to. But now that we were able to get back and play, like, practice and shoot around, shoot a little bit. He's kind of like helping us get back to where we were before the season got canceled. But yeah, I think I'm excited. My team is excited. We're all excited for the season to resume again.
As just a kind of quick follow up, do you feel like you've been able to get better? Do you feel like it's made things a little bit harder, kind of set you back a little bit? Where do you kind of feel like you stand?
No, keep going.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
So I think I had the opportunity to get better. Obviously, mentally, it's tough to not play basketball for a while, but you got to figure out other ways to get better. I had the opportunity to get stronger, get stronger. But we've been in the gym for a couple of weeks now, so I used the opportunity to try to sharpen my tools a little bit, and as I said, try to get ready for Orlando.
Next question, Eric Name from The Athletic.
Hey, Giannis. I'm curious, you have a newborn son at home. You went out of your way to participate in marches supporting the Black Lives Matter movement in Milwaukee. How much consideration did you give to not playing, not going to Orlando? And now that you are, how do you feel about that with so much going on in the country and in the world?
Obviously, participating and going out there, march with the people is just, is that's the less that I can do. Obviously, I want to show the people of Milwaukee and the people out there that, I'm here. Obviously, I play for the Milwaukee Bucks, but I want them to know that, I'm down there with the people. I'm accessible. They can see me. I'm going to be there in the streets with them. I brought my family. I brought my son out there with them. So it's something that I felt I wanted to do. What was that? What was the second question you asked, Eric?
Did you consider not playing at all or anything like that? Or how have you kind of helped teammates through that whole idea of whether or not we should play and not play?
It's kind of hard, like you're in a tough position because obviously we've worked, like, I've worked personally 7 years in a team. I've worked all season long for, like, being in a position to go out there and win a championship, and just being taken away from you, that's kind of hard. So in my head I was like, okay, I know the NBA is going to make the right decision and the safest decision for us. But at the end of the day, I got to be ready. I know what the goal is. The goal is to win a championship. The goal is to get better. So mentally, I was just trying to stay ready.
Next question will be from Lori Nickel with the Milwaukee Journal Sentinel.
Hi, Giannis. I wondered what questions or concerns you had for the league to feel safe about playing. And what I mean by that is, did you ask about the medical facilities down there or the staff or how frequently testing? What were you concerned about and what were you reassured with whatever answers you got?
Obviously, everybody, like, that we know that we're going to go down to Orlando. Everybody's concerned about how safe it's going to be. Are we going to be able to stay in the campus? Are we going to be able to leave the campus? Are we going to be able to, bring our family there from day one? How's the format's going to be? How we going to play games? Just kind of weird. It's weird. Obviously we have no fans out there. Our families are not allowed to be in the campus for the first few weeks. So, it's not something that I haven't done before. I've done that in Europe. Obviously, it's kind of like in my opinion, it's kind of like a FIBA tournament, going to a hotel, staying there for not 2 weeks, 3 weeks, staying there for a little bit longer. That's the goal. But at the end of the day, I think the most important thing that I asked is it going to be safe? And I know the NBA and the NBPA work together to make this place as safe as possible. and I trust them. I have, at the end of the day, we got to do our job, and I know that the NBA is going to do their job, and the NBA are going to do their job to keep us as safe as possible and make this transition as easy as possible for us.
And just a quick follow-up, you don't have concerns about, there have been some young people who've had some lung issues long-term. We don't know much about the virus. You're just going to have to trust the process, or do you have a little concern? Thank you.
Obviously, as I said, everybody has concern about their health. Nobody wants to, get put themselves in risk out there. But at the end of the day, that's what the NBA chose, and that we're gonna resume the games, and we all got to do our job. And my job is to play basketball and go out there and support my teammate and support represent the city. But for sure, I think me, my teammates, my family, especially my mom, everybody has concern about our health and my health.
Next question will be from Malika Andrews with ESPN.
Hi, Giannis. I had two quick questions for you. One, I'm just curious what now your workouts are able to look like. What are you able to do? What are they allowing from a safety standpoint? And then also, you guys worked really hard to put yourselves in a position to have the 1 seed. Now that's taken away. So what's going to be the key to kind of maintain that advantage as you face some teams that you would have had that home court advantage over, and now that advantage is taken away?
First of all, in the practice we can lift and we can just shoot. That's pretty much it. It's kind of weird. I'm not gonna lie to you. Training tables are like 6 feet apart from one another. Coaches are wearing masks. We gotta be really careful. After we shoot, we gotta leave the court and allow the next person to come in and shoot. So it's kind of weird. Like you're not as close to your teammate as you will want to be. But as I said, at the end of the day, we have a goal, which is to get better, win the championship, and we're going to try to do that with every means possible. Now that we don't have the advance anymore, it kind of a little bit sucks a little bit, because like we worked all year to play at home, play with our fans. We kind of hard to beat at home. We have unbelievable fans that support us every night, and not being able to have them out there, I think it's gonna hurt a little bit. But at the end of the day, we don't have fans. The other teams don't have fans, and I heard that the NBA might find a way to give us in a different way advantage. Maybe give a person like a 7th foul, or give us a second coach's challenge, stuff like that. So I'm excited and I'm waiting to see what that's going to be. But at the end of the day, not be able to play in our home, our fans, is going to be hard.
Just quickly, is that important to you, that making up in some way, working with the NBA to make up that advantage, whatever that could be?
Yeah, it's important. Obviously, if we could get the one person to get like a 7th foul, we get like extra timeout or a coach's challenge, obviously it's going to help the team. The foul is definitely going to help me. But at the end of the day, we got to do what we got to do. We got to do what we got to do. This is what, how you guys say it over here in America, this is the card that we got, that dealt us. So we just got to play with them.
Next question will be Steve McGargy with Associated Press.
I was just wondering, as a new father, just being away from your family for at least a few weeks, how difficult is that going to be, just the bubble experience of not being with your family? And also, you said you compared it a little bit to a FIBA tournament, but what's the mental grind going to be like being stuck in that bubble, and how do you kind of prepare for it?
Obviously, being a new father, I've had the opportunity now 4 months to being able to see my son grow and be around him, because like if the season was still like we were still playing, I'll probably miss a lot. So I'm extremely blessed that I had the opportunity to spend a lot of time with my son. Obviously, going to Orlando is going to be really tough for everybody because we're not going to be able to see our family for a few weeks. So we gotta be like, we gotta be prepared for that, because I don't know if like we play, like we travel so much, but even on the road you can bring your family. We travel for 7 days, and after a week you see them again. But now just going in there for like a month or a month and a half before you see your family, that's gonna be tough. But I've done this in FIBA before. I've traveled to China, I've traveled to France and stayed for 2-3 weeks in a hotel just playing basketball. Obviously it's tough. Like when we go there for 2 weeks, 3 weeks in FIBA, it's really tough. I can imagine going there for 3 months. I think the game is going to be played mentally a lot. Not being able to see your family, being there for 3 months, playing games with no fans. So it's going to be mental. You gotta push yourself through this. But at the end of the day, I've heard a lot of people say that there's going to be how you guys say, the start next to this championship. I feel like at the end of the day, this is going to be the toughest championship you could ever win. Because the circumstances are really, really tough right now. So whoever wants it more is going to be able to go out there and take it.
Thank you. Next question, Greg Matzik, WTMJ Radio.
Hi, Giannis. Good to see you. With all of our behaviors have changed here over the last several months, and we've been told to socially distance and steer clear of one another. You can't really even practice with your teammates yet. How challenging do you think it'll be to play a contact sport after months and months of socially distancing and trying to stay away from people? Do you think you'll be able to play the way you normally play?
Yeah, I think we're going to be able to play like we normally play. Obviously, I think a lot of players miss basketball. And once basketball is back, a lot of people are going to go 100%, going to go full speed. But yeah, I know that in Orlando that everybody that's going to be there is going to be healthy. So it's easy. It's not going to be hard, I think.
Thank you, Greg. Next question will be from Tim Van Voren from WITI TV.
Hey, Giannis. Thanks for your time today, first and foremost. 2 questions for you. One basketball, one more emotional. Basketball-wise, and kind of touching on the last question, what level of play do you anticipate seeing in Orlando? What's the caliber of basketball going to be like down there? And then on the emotional side of things, kind of where are your spirits now? Just you as a person. Are you more concerned? Are you excited? Are you wary? What's going through your mind as you get ready for this experience?
Obviously, I think once we get to Orlando, the level of basketball, a lot of guys gonna go full speed because a lot of players miss basketball, but I don't think don't expect in the first game or second game or third game guys gonna be 100%. Guys gonna be rusty. You're gonna see a lot of balls. People throwing the ball through the stands or turnovers, you're gonna see that. But I think as we move forward, as guys get more comfortable, the level of basketball and it's gonna get better. His game. Me personally, I'm excited. Obviously, kind of worried and don't know what to expect once I get there. Oh, blackout. So yeah, I don't know what to expect when I get there, but at the end of the day, I want to play. I want to play basketball. I want to, go out there with my teammates again and win some games, and go out there and play for something. Play, chase a goal. So I'm excited and a little bit concerned too, and obviously I'm a little bit. Obviously, I don't think there's going to be any player that's not going to be a little bit sad, leaving their family behind. But, it is what it is, and you got to do your job.
Next question, Zora Stevenson with Bucks Digital.
Hey, hope you're doing well. So with the NBA schedule, you're no stranger to packing, but a couple weeks is different than potentially 3 months. So what do you have to have in your suitcase? And how do you even begin to lay out all you'll need for that amount of time?
Zora, I'm not gonna lie to you. I never pack my bag. My girlfriend do that for me, but I know she's go whatever she puts in there. There's gonna be a lot of probably shorts, a lot of t-shirts. I know there's not gonna be no cameras, no NBA access. So they told us we can dress up with our team gear. All I gotta take is probably my iPad so I can watch some film and my phone.
Stephanie Sutton, WISN Television. Next question.
Hi, Giannis. Can you hear me? Are you okay? I hope you're feeling well. And speaking of that, I'm just wondering how you are doing health-wise. Has this time off during the pandemic been beneficial for you that way? And also, do you feel like perhaps you guys have lost a little momentum now that it's been a few months since you played together, now going back and resuming the season?
You know, health-wise, I feel great. I feel 100% healthy. You know, I feel like I'm ready to go. Obviously, I know that I'm going to be a little bit rusty. I haven't played 5 versus 5 in a while. But, you know, I'm excited. I'm excited to, you know, get back, practice with my teammates. I'm excited to play games. What was the second question? I forgot, sorry.
The second question was, are you concerned at all that your team, the Bucks, have lost a little momentum because you've had this time off during the pandemic as the season resumes now?
No, I think every team in the NBA lost momentum. Like, you know, everybody stopped playing basketball. You know, everybody stopped playing games. So I think we're just gonna pick it up right where we left from. I think we're a great team, great players. We have great chemistry on the court, off the court. So once we, you know, start playing again, I think we're gonna be just fine.
Next question, Lance Allen, WTMJ Television.
Giannis, great to see you. How you doing?
I'm good. How you doing?
Awesome. Glad they didn't turn the lights out on you so I could ask this question. You talked about, you know, like flipping the switch a little bit and competing for a title, but you also honestly talked about Mariah and Liam and probably not seeing them for most, if not the entire run. How do you balance all the things that are going on, yet flip that competitive switch? And I know you don't have a crystal ball, but the kind of the follow-up to that, Giannis, is if something would happen and you wouldn't be able to complete the journey to a title, how would you process that as well?
Hey, that's life. You know, if something happened and knock on wood, you know, we not able to go all the way, win the whole thing, you know, that's life. You just, you know, get better from it, learn from it, and, you know, come ready again next year and, you know, go at it again. That, you know, that's how life is. Sometimes you want something so bad you don't get it, but at the end of the day, if you really, really put your mind and your focus and everything on it, eventually it's going to happen. So you gotta be ready for, you know, both scenarios, win or lose. But I can't worry about that. I have to worry about how me and my teammates can get better every day, individually, as a team, and not trying to focus as much in the future and the outcomes. Trying to focus like now, being the moment all the time. And we're just going to see what's going to happen.
Do you flip the switch, Giannis, competitively when you get to Orlando?
Oh yeah, for sure. I kind of feel like, you know, being at home, and I'm really competitive as a person. Like, I kind of feel like there's not a lot of things that I can compete with Liam against, you know, or with my family. So I'm excited and happy to play basketball again because I can, like, you know, go out there and compete against other players again and other teams.
Thanks for the time.
Eric Name, The Athletic.
Speaking of that kind of idea, there's times when you don't love speaking with us on game days because you don't want to give another team bulletin board material. You're about to live in the same place as the other 8 or so top teams in the league. How are you going to approach walking around a campus and seeing LeBron or seeing whoever it may be as you kind of try to handle this world where you're literally living with the people you're going to compete against?
I think it's going to be hard. Obviously, when you go against somebody, you don't want to live with him. You don't want to see him every day. You don't want to go down and grab lunch or dinner and see them right there in front of you. But at the end of the day, I've done that before. I've played a couple FIBA tournaments. That's how it is in FIBA. So I just gotta stay locked in, mind my business, don't say much. Obviously I'm gonna see them, but they're gonna see me too. So it goes both ways. But I'm just gonna try to mind my business and be about myself. Try to self-improve myself mentally and physically, and just get ready for games.
We'll have time for two more questions. Steve Ashburner, NBA.com.
Hi, Giannis. I'm curious with this layoff, as long as it's been, how much or how little have you been able to get a feel from teammates? If anybody amongst your team has had a tougher time dealing with this layoff, some of the challenges of isolation and inactivity, do you have a sense of how everybody has come through it? And then looking forward, what can you do as a team leader, to make sure that this bubble concept is not going to be too much for, one of your friends and teammates?
Obviously, I can speak for myself. My teammates, I think they're excited to play in Orlando, to play basketball again, to go out there and chase a title. But obviously it can be, behind closed doors, it can be differently. But, as a team leader, I got to be ready, because I think like a lot of guys in the team, follow my lead. And, my personal goal is to win the championship. So, and I got to be ready for, no matter what they throw in our face or in our table, I got to be ready for that. So hopefully my teammates can be ready for that also. But, talk with them in a few days that I see them in the practice facility. It's kind of hard because we all have different times that we can shoot. We cannot be all together in the locker room and all that. I feel like everybody, it's ready for this journey. Obviously it's tough. We all understand that. But as I said, they're ready for this journey. And as a leader, I'm going to try to make it as easier as possible for them. But I think like that's got to start with the organization, the NBA, so you can make it as make the transition as easier as possible for them. And but at the end of the day, my teammates need me. I'm here for them.
Okay, we'll pause. Eric Woodyard, ESPN.
What's up, Giannis? Can you hear me? What's good? Giannis, so we spoke before earlier this year, man, and you talked about, your goal is obviously want to be one of the greatest players of all time, man. Under these conditions, with this being one of the toughest championships, what do you think it does for not only you, but for other players to really try to execute and really go out and get a title this year? You spoke about it a little bit earlier, but going in a little more into detail about that. What does this title do for whoever comes out on top of this with everything you have to go through?
I feel like, as I said before, this is the toughest, title. Like obviously, like you go somewhere without your family for 4 months, 3 months, and you haven't played basketball for 3.5, 4 months. Obviously, whoever team wants it more has got to be mentally prepared for all this situation and got to go out there and execute. And whoever plays, the best, because at the end of the day, you gotta teams gotta be in shape. So whoever is in the best shape and took care of themselves for this 3.5 months, 4 months that we wasn't able to play is gonna be in a better position than other teams. So I want to be one of the best players to ever play the game. I did the best job I could do, try to stay ready and try to have my team ready for all this new journey that we're about to go and leave and play games. But as I said, whoever wants more, whoever is mentally prepared for all this, what's going